It's Ashley from Notjustboxing here with Jake Davidson. Jake, former amateur boxer, now fighting on a big white-collar show in a few weeks. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. It's good to be filming you guys this morning. You're all in shape?
Yeah, it's been a really good morning, hasn't it? Yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot, mate.
So, what's the plan, man? What's your 2025 plans? Are you going to be focusing on fighting all year? Are you going to be going back to amateur boxing?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I wasn't planning on actually fighting on the 8th of February. I was maybe going to leave it maybe a little bit longer, maybe a couple more months, but just because of the show, the guerrilla shows are so good. I mean, it's hard to turn it down, really. Lewis and Charb and Dennis as well, they put on like fantastic shows, that are so local to myself. It'd be hard to turn it down, really. And I love a good scrap as well. So, yeah, in your back garden, you can't really say no, you know what I mean?
What do you know about your opponent?
Not a hell of a lot, because it's a sort of last minute thing. I guess they're going to try and find me someone who's adequate. Obviously, maybe someone who's potentially not as ready, or maybe more ready. I've not really asked for anyone in particular, just get me someone who, is a fair match, and, someone that we can both have, a good fight on the night, basically.
So how many fights have you had?
So I had 5 amateurs, so 5 ABAs. And
at what club?
So I had 4 at Hillcrest Boxing Club, which is New Haven in Sussex, which is local to here. And then I also had 1 for Moulscombe, which is literally around the corner from here, Brighton. And then I decided, had a child actually. And then I cheers, mate. Yeah, 2 years old now, Delilah. And then I sort of took a back step from boxing, still trained, but obviously, you have to kind of do everything, once at a time, because I had a fight just before she was born, pretty much. And then I turned over to unlicensed, and then now this will be my 5th unlicensed fight. So this will be my 10th fight. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. So
what brought you to the unlicensed scene? Just
I like
potluck?
it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like the unlicensed scene, definitely. Yeah.
Is that just because of the opportunities in your area? Obviously, there's quite a lot going on in the South Coast.
Yeah, there is. I mean, Guerrilla is obviously fairly new, so I headlined their first show last year in March. Had a fantastic fight with a guy called Ewan Cummins. Shout out to you, Ewan. He's a brilliant lad, and we're really close actually, me and him now. We trained together, sparred loads of rounds. We had a fantastic fight. I mean, never been dropped before, and he dropped me within like the first minute of the first fight. Never been like even close to being dropped in sparring over the years, but yeah, straight away, strong lad.
Was it a flash knockdown, or was
flash? Yeah, flash. Just 1 minute and then on the floor. So thanks for that, Ewan. Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's a good lesson. You got to go through those lessons.
You do, and to go through that in the first minute of the first round of a fight, and then to get up, and I actually got a draw in the end, and I think it was a fair result. I mean, he might have nicked it, but because we're close, we don't really go over it a lot, I'm sure we was both bitter about it, but we was quite happy anyway with the fight because it was so good. You kind of bring yourself, both of you together when things like that happen. You sort of raise both your sort of statuses rather than kind of one or the other when you're both kind of on the same page. It was just a great fight, mate. One of them ones my favourite ever, 100%.
It's a beautiful thing after sharing the ring with somebody, that connection you got with them. Like, I've got friends for life with people that I've boxed. Like, it's something like no other.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And even just like you say, going to different gyms, sometimes you meet people and stuff. Boxing's just brilliant for stuff like that. Yeah, it's a brilliant networking thing.
So what got you into boxing?
So initially, growing up, my brother's dad, he was a boxing coach at a gym around here, Whitehawk. He used to make me watch, but he showed me like all the Rocky films. Generally those really from an early age. I was never great at football, to be honest. Everyone was playing football. I was always too rough, getting sent off all the time, and never really was into football. I played it, but once I kind of went in the boxing gyms when I was younger, I kind of just always went to that, really. I felt like I didn't really know what was making me do it, but it was just something that was drawing me in at a young age. And then when you get older, you start to realise it's kind of what you was always meant to do, if that makes sense, kind of what character you are. You might be someone who prefers, kind of an individual sport more to a team sport. You might be someone who wants to be seen under bright lights, and someone who wants to be maybe in an 11-a-side game, where everyone gets more attention. Maybe you like the attention a bit more. Maybe that's where that comes from. I always liked, kind of being the centre of attention at school. So I think boxing and that kind of went hand in hand, really. And and like the challenges as well that it brings, and it's so rewarding as well, boxing.
What has it done for you?
Everything, mate, to be honest, like so much. So I will always say to people, it's given me a great identity. So like when I go out in my local area, you know, I'm no like world champion or anything, but it's so nice to see people that I know and them say, how's your boxing going? For me, that's like brilliant. You know, that's for me, it's like I've made it. And that's pretty much it, really. Just a feeling of like getting recognition for doing something positive rather than, you know, how's something negative, like, you know, like a court case or something like that, you know, how's, you know, this or that. You know, I just like, it's refreshing, if you know what I mean, to be recognised as someone who, you know, works hard towards something that they enjoy, really.
Definitely. And have you ever gone down that other road and sort of been dragged back? Has that been a part of your life, or have you sort of remained disciplined?
Yeah, that's a tricky
boxing?
question to answer. I mean, yeah, I've definitely, I wouldn't say anything major, but I've definitely seen a lot growing up and been in situations that maybe I shouldn't have been in. And I mean, that's another thing with boxing, it always grounded me. So I might, you know, like when lockdown happened, I did sort of get arrested a few times during lockdown.
I think most people did.
Yeah. Just
if you had your gran over, then you're all going away.
Just too much time on your hands and just kind of just not being in a routine. And then as soon as you get back in the gym, you're like, what was I thinking? You know, like doing anything but this, like a routine. And obviously, yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing about, you know, hobbies and passions and stuff. They keep you grounded, and it gives you a purpose as well, which is always good. But yeah, I wouldn't say I've ever been close to any kind of serious stuff, just like silly things, really, like just normal.
And also back to what you were saying then, and the people you meet too, you know, it opens up a network of people with like-minded, you know, people that are disciplined, like the guys that we're with today, you know. It's a nice group atmosphere that sometimes it's very hard to get if you're a young male and you don't play football. You know, I don't know where else you're going to really get it unless you go to a pub.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, because like you say, it's not just we're friends because, like you say, we go to the pub or, you know, something like that. We can do that. We can go and have a drink and, you know, have a laugh when we're not fighting or we're celebrating a win, or, you know, when the timing's right. But we also are pushing each other. You know, we're sparring, which is fighting, which is like mad to some people. How are you punching each other and being such good mates? But we are, you know, you're all pushing each other in the right way, which I think it's just fantastic for, like you say, male development, female development, anyone really, just pushing yourself to the max with people as well. Yeah, it's something you have to come and experience for yourself to really get to understand what it means, really.
Would you let Delilah box?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. I mean, only if she wanted to. I would push her towards it for self-defence anyway. She's doing that regardless, just because of like the world we live in, which is crazy. Sorry to say that, but yeah, but she will definitely give it a best shot, and I'll be with her, you know, every step of the way. I think female boxing is fantastic, and I think as well, you know, a lot of the girls that you see, like, they're so talented, and I feel like it's going in such a good direction where it would be silly for her not to give that a go, because I feel like there's a lot more opportunity now for women's boxing, and I feel like the market as well, for women's boxing, you know, like the talent pool. I feel like if you can get in there and you can, you know, establish yourself at some, you can go quite far with it. I've noticed a lot of sort of female fighters, they do quite well. So yeah, I would definitely encourage her to box 100%.
Amazing. So lastly, just back to the show and your fight coming up. I know you don't know your opponent, but can you just look in the camera and give them a message?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please don't hurt me. No. Look, I'm sure you're going to bring, you know, a great fight. I love a brawl as well, so, you know, make sure, you know, you don't let me down on that. And yeah, I promise we'll make it a good fight.
Brilliant. Thank you. All the best in February.
Thank you, Ashley.
See you on Fight Night.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks.